8:13, everybody, in Pix 11 is your local election headquarters. In exactly 2 months from today, New York City will elect a new mayor, and we're keeping tabs on all the candidates, including incumbent Mayor Eric Adams, who denies being offered a job by the Trump administration to drop out of the race. Now, I did press him about the recent trip that he took to Florida during yesterday's appearance right here on the Pix 11 Morning News. Take a look. You know what the rumors are going to say. You went to Florida. You're now talking about meeting with political figures, that you are looking for an out of the race, and that you're looking for a potential future job. So are you planning to stay in this to November? Can you quell that rumor that you were absolutely staying in this, or are you looking for another job?
Well, I said it over and over again. It didn't quell it. So what is the purpose of continue saying the same thing that is not going to quell? Listen, I'm a retired captain in the police department, former state senator, former borough president. I've never had a problem finding jobs as I transition, and that's not what I'm looking for right now. I'm looking to continue to serve the people of the city of New York.
Just to be very clear, I mean, we went back and forth on this, and he said would not answer that direct question here. Adams' opponents had a field day with the news about the reported back-channel deals to determine the fate of the mayoral race. Joining us this morning to weigh in on the news is political commentator and professor of the University of Mount St. Vincent, J.C. Polanco. Good to see you, J.C., my friend.
Good to see you, too. Thanks for having me.
So a sitting president potentially interfering in a local election in this way, is it unheard of? You know, if he's going to do this, and this is the rumor, right, why not just endorse Andrew Cuomo instead of creating all the havoc?
Listen, I don't think that the president is going to endorse Andrew Cuomo. I think that the president needs Mayor Mamdani. The Republicans need Mayor Mamdani. Any idea anywhere out there that Republicans are rooting for Andrew Cuomo is obscene. Look, the midterm elections are next year. A Mayor Mamdani would be gold for Republicans next year. Look, we know that the party that is in the White House loses seats in the midterm elections. That means that the Democrats have a good chance of winning the House and that there will be a Speaker Jeffries. A Mayor Mamdani makes that less likely and makes the margins smaller. So you have purple districts and purple states where a Mayor Mamdani in a commercial is going to scare the bejesus out of independent voters in middle America. And it's going to, so Republicans need a Mayor Mamdani. Do not believe this hype. I don't believe anywhere that President Trump wants there to be anything other than a Mayor Mamdani.
Okay, so you don't believe the reporting that was out there in New York Times, Politico, that he was willing to offer Eric Adams a job in the administration, offer Curtis Sliwa a job in the administration to get them to drop out of the race? I mean, Adams denies it.
I think there's some people that wish that happens, but that's never going to happen. Look, election law in New York is very clear. Look it up, Section 6138. I ask all of you to look it up. The only way that you're going to be able to remove Eric Adams or Curtis Sliwa is if they leave New York State. Neither are attorneys, so they can get appointed to a federal judgeship. They're not going to die, God willing, they stay alive and healthy. So there's no other way for them to be removed.
Isn't that a different rule? They could drop out of the race. That's a different law. Right?
I'm sorry?
What you're referencing is they can drop out of the race. They just got to give back their actual money to the campaign finance.
No. Eric Adams has not received any campaign finance money, so he has nothing to return. What does he have to return? Nothing. So the only thing that would benefit Andrew Cuomo, if that's what this whole ordeal is about, would be if Mayor Adams recognizes that the poll numbers show he's not going to win re-election and simply stops campaigning. Very simple. They do it all the time. I am going to suspend my campaign as of today. He can absolutely do that with no problem. That's not going to happen because he's told you, and you've done great reporting, Dan. He's not going to do this. So the idea that it's going to happen is obscene.
So does it actually favor Zohran Mamdani then, right, who's running as the anti-establishment campaign? He's now using this. He had an emergency press conference yesterday saying, look, the president is trying to meddle in the election here.
Of course, look, this helps Assemblyman Mamdani. You know, this kind of press helps him a great deal because I have a strong belief that if COVID-19 were running in a race against President Trump in New York City, COVID-19 wins that election. It is the kiss of death to get President Trump's support in a New York City mayoral election. It is going to be awful. It's the poison pill the campaign, and it benefits Mayor Mamdani, and Assemblyman Mamdani. And he'll have this press conference. The press is going to run all over it, and he's going to think that, you know, he's going to say that Donald Trump's candidate it's Andrew Cuomo because that sells and that solidifies the Democrats to support him. Look, any deal like this does not benefit Andrew Cuomo. Andrew Cuomo only benefits if Mayor Adams recognizes that he served the city for so long, that the poll numbers aren't there, and that he drops out and supports Andrew Cuomo.
What do you make of the fact? What do you make of the fact yesterday that Eric Adams just would not say himself? It came out in his statement later on that he didn't meet with the Trump administration. Why wouldn't he just say it himself to quell the rumor?
I think he needs the press to keep talking about it.
Why?
The more he's in the press, the more his name is out there, the more relevant he becomes. So he loves playing with the press. You see it all the time. I see how he converses with you guys. And why would he quell the rumors? Nothing he's ever said has quelled anything. So it keeps it in the press. It keeps his name going, and he loves it. He becomes a national sensation. The national media was talking about this all night yesterday.
Yeah. Let me ask you a quick question before I let you go. Before I let you go. The fact that Hakeem Jeffries, Chuck Schumer, big players in New York, have not yet endorsed. Hakeem Jeffries just the other day said, hey, stay tuned. What does it mean about the Democratic Party if they haven't yet already endorsed a Democratic nominee?
Dan, this would be awful for Democrats nationally. Purple District Democrats are going to lose with a Mayor Mamdani in office. And that is why there's so much hesitation among centrists. And that is why Congressman Swazi, a centrist Purple District congressman, said that Mamdani and AOC should have their own party, not the Democratic Party. And that's the same belief you're going to see from Spamberger, Mickey Sherrill. You're going to see a lot of that from purple states and purple districts. The last thing they want is a socialist Democratic mayor of New York City. I know a lot of your viewers like Mamdani, but nationally, when you want a majority Democratic House and majority Senate and win some of these purple states, it will be a poison pill. It's awful for them. That's why they haven't endorsed yet.
Good stuff. JC Polanco, I appreciate you all breaking down. I'll see you Friday on Picks and Politics, my friend.
Can't wait. Thanks so much.